Still in your body.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for being here, first of all. My question has to do with, it's hard for me to explain, so I'm going to try to get it out. I know that in the beginning you say that we worked so hard to become in our bodies, to experience life.
Say that again?
From the teachings that I've heard from you, you explain that you say a lot that we've worked so hard, if we knew how hard we worked to get into these bodies, to experience life.
Well, we said something different. You translated it that way. We have never, ever said those words.
Okay.
You made those words up. What we said is, if you knew how much you wanted to be in these bodies, now that's a whole different statement. If you knew how powerful the desire was, you wouldn't be trying to get out of them all the time. We're talking about those out-of-body experiences. It's the desire to be in them that we were talking about. You didn't work hard. You don't work hard from your non-physical vantage point. Hard work is just something that humans do because they think creation happens through action.
Okay. So
now you're off that flawed premise.
Well, not exactly. There was more to it. That actually.
Well, you don't have to justify your screwy question by trying to put words in our mouth that are flawed.
Thank you for pointing that out.
You can just start right where you are and let us have it.
Okay. I need some clarification on how we are individuals in this giant ocean of pure positive energy when we leave this physical body. I'm understanding, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm understanding that we turn into pure positive energy.
Well, we're just going to play a little bit with you because, first of all, and we mean this in the nicest way, when all that is source energy is focused with you now in this powerful moment of creation, why are you worrying about what's going to happen once you're not focused here in this physical body? Why don't you just mind your own business? It's all right. But what do you think that desire for that clarity is about? In other words, is this boring you? Have you got this all figured out? Because we said something a little bit like this just before you sat here, that when you are focused from your non-physical, you have this broader understanding. And when you reemerge into your non-physical, you will remember that again. But while you are here in this physical body, it's the combination of the things that matter to you here and are of interest to you here and your connection with that broader point of view that will bring you the greatest satisfaction in life. Therefore, it is our knowing that the basis of this question is because you're not doing enough of, and it's all right because almost no humans are, you're not doing enough of getting into the receiving mode so that you can receive what your inner being knows. You see, this is what we really want you to hear. Your inner being, this non-physical energy, this singular energy that you're even wanting to call that consciousness, is so interested in what you are about here, not focused upon something that's going on somewhere else. And you know why? It's not going on somewhere else. It's going on here. This is the leading edge. So rather than being here on the leading edge, trying to anticipate or even make up in your own mind what the non-physical point of view really is, why not do whatever you can do to get yourself in vibrational sync with that non-physical energy so that you open to it, so that you receive it here and now, so that you can feel the interest of non-physical energy in what you are about here and now. Now, we know you heard that. We know it didn't really change your question that much. But now, go back to that question again. And first of all, we'll see how much it's changed, and then we will answer the new change. So think about why you wanted to know what you wanted to know when you raised your hand and sat down. Think about the initial things that you said. Try to bring it back to that point, and then we'll bounce off from there again.
Okay, I'm going to regurgitate the question, and I'm going to ask it again.
It's all right.
It's probably going to sound similar.
It will sound very much the same. It will feel very different.
Okay. I'm just trying to reconcile, if we are all pure positive energy, how are we individuals? I don't get, and do we keep that as we move on through?
Now the question changed, didn't it? How are we all individuals? Only now you're talking about the individuals of the we's here in the physical bodies?
As spiritual beings, before we became, you say that we choose our parents, we choose did you or did you not? Did I misinterpret that? Maybe I misinterpreted that part too.
No,
I was under the understanding
did.
that we pick our parents. And so I'm wondering where do we start to have that thought that we want this?
The thing about this question that makes it one that can't be answered. So we're going to play a game with you that maybe you've played with yourself before. So you're in the middle of a thought. Have you ever played this game where you're having this thought and then you think, what was the thought that I had that led to this thought? And then what was the thought that led to that thought? And then what was the thought that led to that thought? And you don't get very far back. You just can't, because your point of attraction is here and now. And so the thoughts that you're thinking now are based upon what your vibrational output and therefore point of attraction is here and now. So the thing that makes this question unsatisfying to you, and any answer that we might give unsatisfying to you, it's sort of pointed backwards. You're wanting to know what happened before you were here, and we want you to know that everything that you think is back there is forward happening with you now, and that it is so irrelevant where anything was before now, because anything that was before now is not as it was before it was now. So you keep giving us really clear physical human questions, and we keep giving you non-physical gobbledygook that you almost can't get your thoughts around. So now ask the question again. Let's see how much further into the understanding of it we are. It's all right.
I guess my question now is, why am I even bothering with this question? Because because I am all about what's happening now, because I realize that what's happening right now, I thought about and manifested earlier, and now I'm here. So I guess it doesn't matter.
So let's just look at it conceptually. So it's not hard to accept that there was something before now, even something before you emerged into this physical body. And we want you to understand that then you were a consciousness, and from your framework of thinking, you could say, I was a singular consciousness interested in flowing into this physical body. You could say that, even though the singular consciousness that you were was in a larger group, just like the singular consciousness that is you speaking into this microphone is part of a larger group. So you were singular consciousness who was eager about the idea of coming forth into this physical body. And so that consciousness is focusing here with you in this physical body. So just like you are here in your body and thinking mostly about your life, you are also interested in your friends. You're also interested in some of the things that they are about, and you're interested in some of the things that they say, but not nearly so interested in anything any of them are doing as you are interested in what you are doing. What they are doing interests you to the degree that they are involved with you primarily. Whether it's a cluster of friends around you or a global consciousness, it really is primarily about you. Your point of attraction and your point of attention is primarily about you. So understand that that non-physical point of view is that way too. So that non-physical point of view is that way too. And just like you have physical friends that you are interested in, the non-physical you is also interested in other things as it relates to them. And everyone actually relates to the whole in one way or another. But the primary focus is about the train of thought or the stream of thought or the stream of creative consciousness that you are about. So from your non-physical vantage point, it's not much different in the way you understand yourself to be thinking about the things that are important to you. The difference between you in your singular consciousness, which is mostly about singular you, and your inner being who has singular consciousness, who is mostly interested about singular you, singular that part of you. The difference between the physical you and the non-physical you is that the physical you doesn't really have complete control over the thoughts that you are thinking. And therefore, you often, collectively, we're not just speaking to you, activate contradictory thoughts within yourself that are not in sync with what you really want, while the non-physical you never, ever does that. The non-physical you has come to the experience of holding attention upon what is wanted without introducing the contradiction to it. So the non-physical you is a stable energy, a stable consciousness that's focused succinctly and clearly upon the point of expansion that has been chosen in this moment. Are any of you following this?